goes towards them. Then we'll have time for questions for Coach after that. Coach?
All right. Well, you guys probably know we're excited about the win. We're going to come in here every time there's a win. We're going to be happy about that. I don't think it was our best effort, but I'm glad we found a way to win. And you know, we did some good things throughout the game. There's no doubt about that. But, you know, I think for us, we just lacked a little bit of intensity throughout the game. And I think moving forward, it's something that, as a coach, I'm challenging them. You know, I want to be great every night in that area. So proud of the team. Had some pretty great performances tonight, and hopefully we can build on it.
Shannon, do you just not like Southern Illinois? You had 20 against them a couple times last year, once the year before that. So what is it about them that kind of brings out big performances for you?
No, it's not. You know, I got a couple friends on the team, so no hate. Really good team. I don't know what it is about Southern. Maybe it's just how familiar it is.
Shannon, you've been really aggressive this part early in the season. Just what do you think has been so successful for you, and I guess been encouraged to continue that approach?
Honestly, I think it's just how much faith that my coaches and teammates put in me. It really gives me the confidence to keep doing it. I really feel like it's been working for me, like you said. So just keep going hard at practice, and that's all.
For Chloe, with someone who gets a couple shots a game, you saw a couple go through the net, how important is it to see the ball go into the hoop, especially in live game situations?
Yeah, I think it just is my teammates finding me, but also it obviously helps my confidence and just letting the game come to me. But yeah, just making whatever play I can to help the team.
For Shannon and Chloe, when you hear Coach talk about intensity and needing more of that, just, you know, what do y'all think as players needs to go into that process?
I think it's just being more urgent, being more intentional in practice with some of the stuff that we do. I mean, if she told us we got to fix it, I mean, there's no moving around that. We just got to figure it out, find a way and do it.
Yeah, I think just obviously the extra effort and then whatever we practice, just going as hard as we can so that it'll translate into the game.
What's that tangibly look like in these games that maybe get a little bit lopsided in the non-conference slate? How do you kind of keep that up through when these games get like that?
I think just coming together as a team, like even in huddles, has been important, and just making sure that we're all coming together and focusing on the next play and just doing whatever we can to get a stop or a kill, as we call it.
Yeah, I think holding each other accountable has to be something that we work on moving forward. If we see each other not doing what we're supposed to, if a coach doesn't say something, I think we have to be more player-led.
Shannon, can you talk just a little bit about how this team, feel like you're growing every day? I mean, obviously, a lot of new faces, a new coaching staff. Is every day feel like a growth possibility for you guys?
I definitely do feel like we have so much room to grow. I mean, there's just always something different that we're trying to learn. Every game is something different. I mean, that's a good thing, though, that we're not making the same adjustments every day. But I really feel like we have so much room for growth, and this team really wants to grow. So I feel like that's perfect for us.
Dowell, you shot 10 for 10 from the free throw line on Saturday. The team shot 11 for 20. Was that a personal change that you made from then to now, that was that just the win change being at home court, or was that something that was passed down from the team, to start working on those free throws?
Honestly, yeah. In practice, we're really a good free throw shooting team. I mean, me personally, my point person, Liza, she made me come into the gym and shoot free throws with Kids Bop music blasting until I figured it out. So that's really been the best thing for me, I'm assuming.
I like that.
Shannon, entering this game, you hadn't made a three-pointer this season, and then tonight you made 4. So what were you liking from deep tonight?
I really just think it's the coaches telling me that the scouting report is that I will have to shoot threes, and they just keep telling me, and just felt right tonight.
Chloe, in this offense, Has it taken any time to kind of find the rhythm for the outside shooting, or is that something that you feel like is coming around right now?
Yeah, I think obviously just letting it come to us, but I think just hitting them whenever we get them and just helping the offense kind of move along throughout the game. But obviously we're trying to attack and get paint touches, so.
A lot of fans know you as a three-point shooter. What else do you add to this team, and defensively, what's your focus?
Yeah, I think making smart plays and just trying to do the right thing, and also passing. And then obviously I'm going to try to be more aggressive as the year goes on. And then defense, I think just I'm good at anticipating, but just focusing more on the ball and communicating with my teammates.
For Shannon, now on Thursday you're going to get a crack against Troy, a team you scored 37 against in your last game at Illinois State. Have you thought at all back to that matchup in the WNIT last year, looking ahead to this game, or just kind of taking it day by day?
Honestly, I really don't want to think about it because it's a different team. It's a different Troy team. I mean, honestly, as long as we win, I think that's perfectly fine.
Any more questions?
You know, kids' songs stuck in your head.
Honestly, it was the worst experience I've ever had, and I was really embarrassed, and everyone kept coming in the gym to make sure everything was okay. It was just... But Baby Shark would probably be the one.
We'll let the players go on out.
Good job. Good job.
All right, questions for Coach?
Coach, what were some of the things that you saw Saturday that you talked to the kids about, that you saw them maybe implement better today?
Yeah, one of the first ones was our transition defense, being more urgent in our transition defense. Off the top of my head, I think we were better at that. Not sure that Southern was pushing the ball as much as KU was, but I think we were where we were supposed to be the majority of the time. I still think, I think we did a better job. We're still not all the way there of understanding all of our options offensively and understanding kind of order of operation, I guess. If I were a quarterback, it's the progressions, where you're looking first, and in that process. I think we're missing sometimes our first look, and we did a better job of that, and I think we'll continue to grow in that area. We talked a lot about our scouting report defense. We had to just make adjustments today on the fly, so I don't know that we did a great job with that today, but I thought our players did a pretty good job with adjustments that we made throughout the game. So, there were several things that I thought we focused on and we worked on in practice yesterday, and we got better at.
Coach, with that progression thing on offense, like is that something where it's hesitation missing it, or just not seeing it, or what do you think contributes?
There are several different things. I think one is just understanding the concept. And when we put offenses in, and we're putting things in pretty rapidly, it's understanding where the first look is, and then it's being able to see the look at the time you need to see the look, and then it's the execution of the pass. So there are several different layers to it, and if you miss on any of those three layers, we're missing our first look. And that's okay. We're going to miss the first look some, or we're not going to be able to score there, but I think we're getting better at that.
Coach, what's it kind of like evaluating your team when, I guess there's a little bit of talent disparity when you look at a game like Saturday versus a game like tonight?
Yeah, I thought we were a little, how do you say it? The intensity that we had on Saturday just wasn't there tonight. And I think it's human nature. And that's where, we asked our team to, I felt like I was really pulling some teeth there in the first half to try to get their energy up and their intensity up, and they still were able to do what they needed to do with a pretty good disparity there. It's hard sometimes on the as you're evaluating your team. I think we have to really look at us and see, are we doing what we need to do? So, there were times I thought, man, our defense wasn't very good in that second quarter. They only scored 10 points. We may not have been good. They just missed a shot. a few times. So that's where we have to evaluate us more in our schemes and in concepts. But I'll be honest with you, I don't have a lot of time to do that because we get it ready for Thursday. So I don't know, like 2 hours or something from now. No, just kidding, 36 or whatever it is. I know it's not 48. I know it's less than 48. So we got a really tough game coming on Thursday.
Challenging a team's competitiveness, what are you looking for on a possession by possession basis?
Yeah, it's interesting. I want to see some grit and I want to see some toughness, and sometimes it's body language. Sometimes I'm sitting in the huddle and I want to see you like. I want to feel it from you. And I felt we were a little void at times tonight. And so I think that's where we just got to be better and understand that's important for us. And, I think growth is still there. I don't think it's linear. I think, you can see growth a lot of different ways. I think we'll be better because of this game. I really do. I think this will be something that we can learn from and move on from. And, they had a good practice yesterday. I thought we had a pretty good shoot around today. So it's not like we were trending in a negative direction.
Coach, with all that said, what's it like to get a kind of aggressive performance from Shannon where she gets to the free throw line 10 times and is really pushing it on?
Listen, I'm not going to lie. I came in and picked up the stat sheet and I said 30 points. Where was I? I wasn't tracking on it. But when you hit 4 threes and you hit 10 free throws, well, heck, that's half of it. And obviously, if you're only going to play 20, she only played 22 minutes. To have 30 points, you're probably getting a lot of that at the free throw line, and obviously she did. Not surprised by the threes, to be honest with you. I think she's been shooting the ball pretty well. Chloe, the same thing. I think the last week, I feel like Chloe's looked even more comfortable than normal in practice shooting the ball. So felt like they were going to go down, honestly, for both of them today.
A little bit, I guess. You talk about players like Chloe, Abby Schreck. The difference, I guess, is kind of making missing shots. How do you kind of instill confidence even when some of those shots, especially for someone like Chloe, aren't going down early in the year?
Well, I think you see they can still make other plays. They are definitely on the court to make shots, and everyone knows it. But I think the other things that they bring, Chloe's very intelligent. She knows what's going on out there, and hopefully as she continues to get more comfortable, she'll get more vocal and be able to share that knowledge with her teammates. But she has a pretty good idea of what needs to happen. I think she did have a turnover today, but she's played pretty careful with the basketball thus far, so that's a good sign. Abby brings a grit and a toughness and a confidence that her teammates draw from. And, in the huddles today, the kid that had the most energy and intensity was Abby, and we get that from her consistently. So they bring, and Abby, she had some rebounds today too. I don't know how many, but she got some rebounds today. She had 5 rebounds. So she has a little bit of toughness to her as well. So they can bring things outside of shooting the basketball, and that's important for everybody to do.
Coach, second game back for Sanaya Tyler. Talk about that process of kind of bringing her along and getting her back into more minutes.
Yeah, I've told people try to be patient. I know we all love her. I'm a huge fan. She's awesome kid, fun to coach. She's a good basketball player. But for somebody that's missed probably some of the most important weeks of the season, right? That's tough. We don't just get that back. So we're trying to get her a few more reps in practice. We are, I thought tonight, I thought she got a little winded tonight, and, try to get her some good quality minutes, and, getting her in the gym extra after practice to get her through some of our sets to make sure she's confident and comfortable. She's going to help us. There's no doubt about it. You got to be realistic and patient when a kid has been out for a month. And because during that time, she wasn't running through plays. She wasn't getting any work in practice. She stayed very engaged. I know I said it before, proud of our staff, our training staff for having her as game ready as you could possibly have somebody. I think they did a really good job, and part of that's on her too. She's an awesome kid. I love her. I'm glad she's back out there.
We'll take one or two more.
Coach, now when you look ahead, obviously you alluded to it earlier, just over 36 hours until the next game. What's it like for these quick turnarounds for these matinee games?
I've not had one of these in a minute, so and I probably never had one this quick, but it's, I think somebody alluded to it, said it was like a NCAA game or tournament game where you get play, off, play. So this quick turnaround for us, what we'll do, this game tonight might be a little bit of a wash in terms of what we're doing tomorrow. We'll probably go right into our prep for Troy. And that is the respect I have for that program and what they do. I know they lost tonight, but they're a good basketball program, and they are tough and they are gritty, and they are not going to back down to anybody. We know that. So we've got to be ready with a very elite level of execution on both ends of the court, and we've got to have a toughness about us that's consistent and steady.
We'll take one more. Everybody has it.
Good for Shannon to get to play on a field trip day then with the kids.
Honestly, that's exactly what I was thinking. I was thinking Kid Bop for Shannon. So if we just need to make sure she gets to the free throw line, and I'm assuming we'll see the same kind of performance. We got the Kid Bops. Hey, thank y'all for coming. We'll see you Thursday.
Thanks, Coach.